Hey, welcome to the very first video on this channel, Redesign. My name is Ignatius, and here on this channel we will dive deep into games, trailers and demos, breaking them down from a game design perspective. Now, just to set the stage. Yes, I'm a game designer working in the industry for over 5 years, mostly on mobile games. And no, that doesn't mean that I have access to some secret knowledge, nor I'm here to lecture. Instead, I'm here to break down gameplay elements, share my thoughts, and hopefully spark some interesting discussion and curiosity in you. With that being said, let's get started. And today we're going to break down Squadron 42 demo that was shown at CitizenCon 2024. Now, Squadron 42 has been in development for quite a while, and this latest demo has suddenly sparked both excitement and controversy across the community, which, to be honest, can be said about almost anything surrounding Star Citizen. What I want to do today is not just react to the demo, but try to analyze the design choices, go deep into details, mechanics, and overall direction of the game. So that's not a fast reaction video. Don't expect me to go, oh my god, this is Henry Cavill. Instead, I will rewatch it and I will basically cut all the cinematic parts, and instead I will focus on all the details in the gameplay parts. So stay tuned, and I promise you that by the end of the video, together we'll catch some details that you have missed, even if you watched it a couple of times already. Okay, it seems that I want to pause the video right off the bat, because I really appreciate how the main menu is done. I think it communicates the nature and the story of the game straight from the main menu very well. Because imagine you don't know what we are looking at right now, and what you can see here. You can see that we are probably on a space base or maybe a spaceship, and this is looks like a crew quarters. So I can already assume that we are probably playing as a crew member of a spaceship, which voila is the case. So that's great. One more small detail that I noticed is that they probably already created characters, since the menu says change character.
Not about piloting the most cutting-edge ships.
And yeah, I said that we'll skip the cinematics, but this one, no, we can't skip Henry Cavill, sorry guys.
Fighting to protect your home and loved ones.
We have to rewatch it.
Even learning what you're truly capable of. Those are just the perks. I'm Commander Ryan Enright. I fly Navy.
Great start. I think one more thing that the game also communicates very well right from the start is that it will be a really immersive experience, because you can see that we're actually not starting a game or creating a character, or you basically applying to a flight academy, which is an immersive way to start the game. One detail is that they started on the highest difficulty. I'm wondering if the difficulties are already completed or they will be tweaked. We'll see. Yeah, of course it has to be Chris Roberts. Okay, I want to pause here because this part is a bit confusing to me. We already assumed from the main menu that the devs pre-created the characters, and what we can see here is basically a set of characters that they already created, and now we can choose for one of them. But the part which is confusing is that actually the pictures look too good to be true. We have a guy playing billiards, we have a guy, what's he doing, like holding a plant in his hand, we have a guy playing arm wrestling. To make this all a reality, they would have to make one of the most improved like photo modes in the gaming industry. Something close to what Kojima showed in his Death Stranding 2. So yeah, to be honest, I assume this is fake. I assume here will be just the portraits of the characters that you created. Yeah, I don't believe this one can be done by a photo editor.
I assumed he talked to all the rookies.
Let's assume this fake. I think they also had more audio samples in the previous demo. Yay, application submitted. And yeah, this is the part that we'll skip. Yay, that was a great transition from trailer to gameplay. We've got our tutorial, it seems so. Look and move. And it changes to hint how to use Mobiglass, which is, to be honest, a bit strange. I'm wondering if it's a final thing or not, because we don't really need Mobiglass here. Also, we've got our map, which seems to do its job.
Then why are we sitting here? Vanduul aren't stupid. If they know we know, they would have hit us by now.
Hey, they can take as much time as they want. The longer they wait, more of a chance the 42s to get back.
Well, they can hit whenever.
Hey, there you are.
Hey,
Where's your helmet?
can't gun without it.
Yeah, really appreciate how the NPCs are reacting to you, especially in terms of animations.
I gotta get to my target.
And yeah, the animation is the thing that catches my eye here the most.
Jacobs told me the Vanduul tried to board ships, and I haven't been able to sleep since. I heard from my buddy over on the bench. I heard we aren't getting any reinforcements.
We've got a lot of speaking and a lot of narrative from all over.
True, right? We've been getting tuned up for weeks.
We also got some Starfield quality NPCs. Just kidding, they're actually better, but yeah, not the level of quality same as the main characters. I'm wondering if they will bump them up or they will stay the same. Actually, they are fine, and that's not the topic that I want to really go deep into, because yeah, we'll try to dive deep into gameplay, not that.
The show Lost Squad.
Were they seriously doing another show about the fall calendar?
Again, nice animations, and the devs want us to notice that they pay attention to small details, to give some narrative bits to almost every character living here,
He's old enough, and teach him.
which is great. It takes a lot of work, and the payout is not.
Your mom.
Some players maybe even won't notice it, but we do. Okay, one more tutorial part, how to interact. Nice transition.
Hey. All set? Hey, you get any sleep last night?
Yeah, we've got our new objective. And we also have an optional thing to follow him. Yeah, this part, Mobiglass definitely shall not be here right now, because if, for example, we click F1 right now, we will just fail this optional part because Mobiglass does not pause the game. I would even restrict using Mobiglass at this stage of the game and introduce it somewhere later with the tutorial.
News. Heard Goofy was assigned to your rig for this last shift, so brace yourself. Your controls are gonna be screwed.
This is Captain McLaren. Sitcon upgraded to orange. All reserve personnel get to your stations.
Looks like this could be it. Hey, good luck. See you up there.
You got it.
So if I clearly understand, yeah, that's right. He's a turret gunner and we're a turret gunner too. So kind of friends because of that.
Get the hell out of there. So glad you could join us. Want you calibrated and ready to fire in 5 here?
They are showing movement speed tutorial right now. It had to be shown before when we followed Marcus. And we're finally in our turret.
I don't know how the hell Goofy uses this thing with those settings. I'm just gonna do a full reset so you can get operational. Just follow the on-screen instructions for the calibration program. Stand by. We'll start with tracking. Since we're out here
and
Vanduul clan,
this will be our
ships for you to
kind of
follow.
shooting tutorial, it seems so. Yeah, targeting. Actually, I think we shall pause here. Okay, we've got some targeting tips here. Use T to cycle targets. Targeting enemies negates the need to lead shots. I'm actually not sure about cycling targets shall be a preferred way to teach targeting. Because if there are a lot of enemies on the screen, this may be not the best option. And also, if I recall correctly, when I saw this demo for the first time, I didn't see any lead peeps on the screen. I think when we're in the turret, we don't need to lead shots, so this is a bit confusing. But anyway.
Alright. You should be all set for controlling your turret. Next up, they'll test your firing mechanics. The system projects simulated rounds, so don't worry about friendly fire.
Yeah, I don't see any lead peep, you just aim at the ship and that's all. We've got some weapon groups tips. Use mouse wheel to cycle weapon groups. The turret's powerful cannons are best for large targets. Okay.
Looking good. Last thing we need to do is verify your targeting. I'll load up a larger Vanduul ship for you to practice targeting specific
I think this is a
parts
bit
of the enemy.
unintuitive, the name of the weapon. Maybe a small icon showing the weapon would be a little bit more intuitive, because just from the get-go you may not know what is M9A.
Okay, your targeting is tracking solid, so that should do it. Check any other gunners, and they seem to be up as well. Everyone up? Marcus, test your tilt. System says it's ticking.
Moving out, sir. Seems fine to me.
Good. All right, people. Eyes open, mouths shut.
Any idea what's happening, sir?
You covering your sector and staying off comms. At least that's what should be happening.
My money's still on the drill.
What'd I just say?
Sorry, sir.
Some little bit of bugs here and there, but the game is at least 2 years from release, so. And yeah, here will be another cinematic that we'll skip. And we are back into action. We already learned how to target, how to cycle, how to shoot. Now let's use the skills. We've got our objective, destroy some light fighters. I'm wondering if this zoom feature was introduced by a tutorial tip or something. I think it's called precision targeting or something like that. We've got more enemies. And I'm also trying to figure out if the enemies are actually flying on rails. Because it looks so. And I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. Because if you give the AI freedom, like complete freedom in the tutorial, this may lead to some unexpected behavior and bad user experience. But yeah, I think because of that, plus the speeds of the enemies, the combat overall feels a bit slow. I feel like they could add more combat maneuvers done by AI. Maybe even scripted maneuvers. Just to make it look faster, more engaging. What I really like is the destruction model. You can see the wing flying. And I think this is completely unscripted. From what I know. Yeah, we've got more enemies. Yeah, the destruction looks very good. Yay, we completed our objective. I think there will be a cinematic right now. Oh no, more combat. Yeah, I think this exact sequence of fighting is much better than the previous one, because here is some action, some story. They are chasing our ally, and we need to shake them off, and you basically see them chasing him.
Can't hold out much longer. Damn it, gunners, take out those duels.
Thanks for the help, Doc.
You got it. Get back in there.
Will do.
And we're moving to the next cinematic part. Okay, we are back in action. I skipped the cinematic, but I think what we're doing here is we are defending this big ship, which is a Bengal carrier. And we have more fighters incoming.
On it, sir.
To be honest, at this point I feel like fighting the fighters already became boring when you are stationary in the turret. And also this is not really super engaging because they don't look like a real threat to this ship. You don't feel like you're defending him, and if you want, something bad will happen. You can see that both from the visuals and also from the HP bar, which is already 100%. Well, maybe that will be a threat, a bigger ship. I need to say that this destruction model is great. I already said that, but yeah. The overall visuals, destruction, engines and parts of the ships flying everywhere, looks amazing. Now it's gone to 93%. Interesting. I need to remind you that this is the hardest difficulty. You know what I will be doing when I will finally put my hands on this? Nothing. I want to see what will happen if the big ship will go down. Oh, now it's 62%. I missed it. What happened? Did he hit? Was he hit by a torpedo or something?
Outstanding, Holmes.
Thank you, sir. Good job.
Destroy remaining fighters. You know what I will also do it when I will put my hands on it? I will try to shoot him down. I mean the Krugeri. I'm sorry about that. But I want to know if its friendly fire is applied here. Since the AI is saying to us friendly target. Okay, this small combat sequence I feel like is more engaging than the previous one because now they are attacking our smaller ship, and at least from the visuals, they look like a threat to him. So I'm more engaged. I want to save this, or save our ally. Can we manage to do it? Let's see. Oh, okay, we did what we could. Oh, interesting. I noticed that the objective, which was destroy remaining fighters, failed. Although it seemed like we destroyed every fighter. And I'm also wondering if this ship was destroyed because we failed the objective. If that's the case, that's really cool. That means that we'll have some options and variety. Now we're fighting a bigger ship. And he's falling apart too. Which looks absolutely amazing. All this trash flying around, obstructing the view. Definitely no concerns to the visuals. Although a bit of concern about the amount of fighters and the length of the scene. Not just the amount of fighters, but lack of maneuvering. And also, yeah, as I said, they look a bit stupid. Although in the trailer, again, in the cutscene basically, the Vanduul are supposed to be scary. When the ship arrived, everyone was fucking scared.
Marcus! Is that Marcus? Can anybody see? Open fire! Take out that main turret! One of my guns is down!
Our turret, by the way, took some serious damage.
All betters, take out that turret. It's the only target right now. We won't survive another hit.
Turret down!
Yeah, look at our guns. We have some problems here.
Target and eliminate. We should get the hell out of here.
And now we're boarded.
I need help! I need help!
Okay, and this scene came to an end. Finally. So we'll move to the next one. And we are finally coming to the part where we will get some action on foot. Which is, to be honest, much more interesting for me than the turret gameplay.
There's a pod here, come on! Go, go, go! Come on! Come on, come on!
Okay, our objective is go to the escape pod and find a med bed. We already started this sequence with some damage. This was to make us learn how to use heals. Yeah, now we go to full HP. Now we learn how to crouch.
I think I can crouch.
Okay.
Let's go!
One more thing that I want you to notice is from the cinematic parts, both Vanduul ships and Vanduul themselves on foot are presented as they're a really, really scary target. Everybody's running from them. We are learning how to mantle. Yeah, get in the capsule. No. That's an interesting thing. I actually, first time I watched this demo at SitCon when it was live streamed. And if you don't know, it was replayed because there were 2 crashes on the live stream. And in this part with the capsule, on the live stream, the guy who played this, he looked outside, and actually this capsule was destroyed by a Vanduul ship, which is a really cool thing because it plays with your emotion. At first, when you see people running in the capsule, you think, oh, let me go there too, I want to escape from this hell. And then you are looking what happens with them, and you're, okay, I'm glad that I didn't do that. We're learning how to use prone. Okay. Nothing special. Every game has this kind of stuff. And again, everybody's running from Vanduuls. Okay, now we are learning how to scan. You got some puzzles here. Not really a puzzle. You just need to take this guy's access. Now the door is highlighted in green to make us know that this is the path. Now again, I want to highlight how the narrative tells us the scariness of the Vanduul. Everybody's running from them. Nobody's really... We didn't see someone shooting down Vanduul yet. Looting. I'm wondering if this part shall change the objective, because this gun was not really obvious that it was lying on the floor. If you somehow skip this may lead to some problems. Yeah, and we finally get to the combat part. Okay, I would say that that was okay, but that was not great, because although all the animations in the game looked great, this animation looked clunky. Maybe not the animations themselves, but the transitions between scripted animation and AI moving / fighting animations.
Alert! Fire detected. Room locking down. Repeat. Room locking down.
Okay, we got one more puzzle. We need to open the door by extinguishing fire. What's interesting here is that I'm trying to take a look at the objectives, and usually they don't tell you exactly what to do. For example, in this part it just tells you disable the lockdown instead of take the extinguisher, etc. Which is fine for the a little bit more serious, realistic game. Basically, the devs want you to think a little bit. That's a super interesting thing. I'm wondering what will happen if we'll stand in front of this. That would be super great if there will be a custom-made animation how this spear strikes us and we're dying, and then we'll get a game over.
Breach detected. Depressurizing.
Yeah, and now we go to the EVA part of the gameplay, which I believe is one of the most interesting in the whole demo. Because overall, the whole demo, let's be honest, it was more about the cinematics, less about the gameplay. And I'm trying here to catch everything, but there's not, to be honest, not much to talk about here. Yeah, I like the EVA part. It's not really that that popular. I didn't see a lot of games that do this, so this feels fresh. Yeah, we've got a tutorial how to use this. So we basically just press spacebar and fly straight to the point where we aim it at. And again, the objective does not say where exactly to go. It just says the final destination. We don't have a map, so we need to figure out ourselves. Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going around us. I really feel like this is the best gameplay part from all of the ones that we saw before. I'm also wondering if there are different paths here, or just one. For some reason, this game really makes me want to break it. Again, if I was playing, I would try to jump somewhere where the devs do not intend me to jump. And I'm also wondering if it's possible at all. Just from the tips in the bottom right, we can also detach, which will probably mean that we won't use our hands to move. I'm wondering what will happen then, because I think our spacesuit does not have maneuvering thrusters. Yeah, I really like this part. I like the animations, how he uses his hand, and this is not scripted. This is why I think it's cool. Also, all the zero-G stuff flying around, corpses, very immersive. We almost came back to our ship. Yeah, you see there's a... I'm wondering if I can jump there. And obviously, if I will probably end up down in the space, because this ship will fly by and I will end up in a nowhere without an ability to jump. I think that would be cool. I really would like to play it and break it. Although this part with 0G is almost that long as the turret part, I don't think this is really too long, because the mechanic is pretty fresh. You don't really see a lot of it in games, and also you get much more freedom. It's much more immersive. You feel the threat, basically. So yeah, I don't think... I really like this whole sequence. I also like how all the UI, unique UI elements are done so well. Like on this screen. Some shadows disappear. But yeah, this is not the final product. We don't care.
Thought I was the only one left.
So did I.
Look, I need your help with something. Follow me. We're running low on power, so we have to reroute our energy from our shields to our thrusters to change direction. Take a seat. I need you to steer the ship. Time for your first piloting lesson. Course. For that. Ready?
Shields
Go.
offline. Maneuvering systems online.
Again, do you know what I will do here? I would fly in the opposite direction. And ram something else.
Come on. Good. Good. Hold that. Shifting power back to shields.
Shields
We already did a lot in this first hour.
I ordered you to fall back.
Can't do that. You're dead in the water and we can help.
The situation's under control. You order reverse.
You can't kill it. Not before it takes you out. We are boarded and burning. This is the only way.
Well, lock your course. Get off that thing. Both of you clear?
Aye, aye.
Rachel.
I will. Damn it.
Yeah, and now we will be boarded. And we'll get some more FPS gameplay. Which, to be honest, is the most interesting part for me, because like the turret part is just for the tutorial. We won't do it in the main game. just to make you learn targeting, etc. But the first person stuff, we will do it a lot, I believe.
We're about to have company. I've got to try and divert as much energy as I can to the engines. So I'm gonna need you to hold them off. Go now.
Yes, sir.
Life support and lab are offline. Disabling safeties on the reactor to boost some extra juice. Here they come!
Okay, here they come. Let's see. That's the most interesting part for me, as I said. I'm wondering why this Vanduul died so quickly. Was it a headshot?
Keep it up. Another breach!
More Vanduul. This was strange. He attacked us from behind and made us fall. Okay, I feel like I want to pause here and talk a little bit. Okay, I've got a couple of concerns here. And the first one is about the fact that Vanduul are presented to us in a way that they seem to be a serious threat to everything, every human being. They board our ship with a small numbers from what I saw, and everybody on this ship is running away basically. We saw a couple of cutscenes where like 2 crew members just run away from one Vanduul, and they can't shoot him down easily. Yeah, but instead in this combat scene we easily take down like 6 of them. And this is what is usually called ludonarrative dissonance. I shall make a disclaimer and say that this quote-unquote problem is not really a huge problem and maybe an overrated one, because it is present in most of the games. I don't know, imagine Far Cry, where we are some students, I believe it was part 4 or something. And then we get a weapon and we kill hundreds of people and capture outposts. So basically, the narrative, in a narrative way, our character shall not be able to do that. But in the gameplay part, we do that. So, why I say that's overrated? Because in Far Cry, who cares? You don't really care too much about this fact. But in Squadron 42, I believe, it may be a more important stuff to try to match the gameplay with the narrative. Because the game itself tries to sell as a immersive and believable experience. So how do we actually solve this, if it's even possible? Well, first of all, I need to say that this seems like not an easy task at all. Because usually in most of the games, you are either fighting in melee against melee enemies, or you are shooting at the shooting enemies. The first type of games would be, for example, Chivalry, Kingdom Come, etc. And the second one will be basically almost every single FPS shooter. And in the games where we can shoot and our enemies go in melee, these games usually are either third person, let's say Dead Space, or they have an arcadey movement and shooting, let's say Doom. And for example, in Doom, that's not a problem if the enemy swings his sword like 10 times, and we just get minus 50 HP, let's say, and our model does not really react to that. But when you are trying to make some kind of immersive / realistic game, which seems to be the case for Squadron, you don't really want this kind of stuff where the enemy swings his weapon and we don't react to it. So I feel like they going in the right direction with the small cutscene QTE event, where the Vanduul basically kicks you on the floor and then tries to kill you, and you need to QE. So yeah, my only concern with that would be that they basically have only one QTE event for meleeing Vanduul. I feel like the easiest thing to do would be just to make more of them. It will feel less repetitive. And also, if we go back to the initial problem that we stated, which is basically Vanduul not being too threatening in the gameplay part, I feel like this QTE events can communicate the threat of the Vanduul pretty good. If you do cool animations where you do something, let's say heroic, to knock down the Vanduul and then, for example, shoot it. So yeah, I feel like this may be a good stuff to add, and this will make the gameplay also feel less repetitive and the Vanduul feel more threatening. And also maybe if we do that, we may also want to add a bit more HP to the Vanduul, just to not be able to easily kill him with a couple of shots. Okay, so let's continue. More Vanduuls coming. Oh, I just noticed that they can shoot, actually. I think this one's the only one who shot us. All other went straight to melee. Yeah, a bit of clunky animations here.
Nice work. On me, quick!
Warning, collision imminent.
Almost finished here.
Ejection system offline.
The escape pod
Yeah, and
door
this
is
seems
down.
to be like an end to the combat sequence.
I need you to manually override
And the end
door.
of the demo itself.
Give me your rifle. I'll cover you. I just need a minute to finish up here.
Okay, so yeah, basically that's the end. There will be
On
some
the door.
cinematic parts that we don't really care about right now. Hey, thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. I'm actually surprised that you're still here. If you enjoyed my thoughts on Squadron 42 and want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I've actually got plenty of ideas for the next videos, so don't miss out. And if you've got any thoughts, suggestions, make sure to drop them in the comments. I'd love to chat with you about it. Well, catch you in the next one.